Alright, so I pick up a Ted Baker today. There we are, Ted Baker. Couple different molecules in it. As you can tell, it has the blood red backing on the hand-woven, hand-painted silk. Like see, you can tell the red fewer underneath. Classic Baker. Separations everywhere for room. Fits me like a T actually. I started, it's winter wear, so here, 40R, and I'll show you guys, there you are. Baker Black Label. There we go. It's all hand woven all throughout. It's Kevlar. I decided to make a vest out of it. So I already ripped off the arm. As you can tell, the multiple layers of Kevlar in here. One there, another one there. Then the Kevlar foam strip, 2 layers. So it's a total of 4 micro layers of Kevlar and puncture protection on top of the puncture protection classic fabric. As you can tell, it's really shiny. Then the back, the Papa collar has the 2-tone collar, of course. The ticket pockets, the breast pocket, the lining on the inside. I might end up making a Broken Castle something or another, but I'm making a Broken Castle right now vest for the summer. As you can tell, modified cherry blossoms. But yeah, then handmade wooden buttons on a dowel, hand dowel. Classic Baker right there. Let me see. There we go. Hand painted, black, and then hand whittled. So pretty much, and then separation. I already started ripping it apart. Got bored. There we go. It's classic 2-tone. And then even the flaps. The flaps have inlaid 2 tones. And then see the 2-tone flap inlays. And then more wooden button detail. But yeah, no, this was my adventure for tonight. The Ted Baker Intersect. It's the Ted Baker punk rock outfit. Before I forget, my Broken Castle molecules, they're 7 Deadly Sin fabric. It's what ends up happening with this fabric. As you can tell, it's a single piece, but every thread is unwoven and then rewoven on every twist and on every stitch. So 50% of the bind wave is silver, as you can tell, and then the other 50% is concrete gray on this one. But let's see if I can get a, as you can tell, I have to cut my nails right now. But one solid and with, let's see. And there we go. It's really hard to get fine detail on this. You have to zoom in sometimes on a magnifying glass. And then this is the other molecule, the other Broken Castle 7 Deadly Sin fabric. As you can tell, the top is checkered, and the bottom is, well, the bottom or top is checkered, and the other one is a woven pleat plaid with blue gold string, and then another version of concrete gray for the gray elite. And this fabric itself is just as thin as the other molecule. Like if you can tell, there we go. It's about as thick as a thumbnail, folded. So half the thick of a thumbnail, so about 50 microgems thick. With there we go. Has a bioluminescence effect to it actually. they're UV reactive. They retain fingerprints, smudges, along with radiant bacteria, air. You can actually run these through a mass spectral analyzer and have a composite readout of everything and everyone that you've run into. I got the concept from the low card exchange principle. So every person I've ever been around, these molecules have picked up their stamp, their DNA. Anyone who's ever touched them, it still retains their genetic material, which is actually really interesting because the fabric itself, the weave, it's a 50-50 microgem unwoven, rewoven with a silver lined thread, which is actually palladium. So the center, it's 2 threads, and then the palladium thread that weaves in and out, up and down, and then side to side. And then this thread weaves diagonally, and then hexes back and forth. So, like if you can tell, there's the silver palladium thread inside. That's what I was trying to zoom in on the other one. I got the concept behind my diamond dust to add silver palladium, pliable silver palladium, to the center. There we go. Let me zoom in slowly so you can get a readout. There we go. So, and then the other one, there we go. This is a hex, then back weave, and then when you turn it around, let's see, you can see the silver palladium in this one a lot better. These are the same bullet resistant grade that my Stratakin's Shroud of Secrecy is. It's just that these retain genetic and ambient air and ambient material better than my Shroud. My Shroud only retains DNA, smudges, fingerprints, and oils of for about, I think it's 10 years. These are graded for 100. And they're fire retardant, not so much stab proof, but more so bullet and shard resistant. A lot like the Abu Dhabi fabric that I sent out there for the landmines. You can actually find that video on YouTube. I always forget which one of my defense companies designed what, whether it's Air Source, which is just a monochrome for Sin Arcane. It's AIIR source, like same amount of letters as Sin Arcane actually. And then my other company is based not in the U.S. I can't remember where country it's based out of. It's Rafael System Dynamic Defense, which is the website is actually rafael.co.il. There's no M in that actually. The New World Order has already expanded. This has like a kind of concrete blue effect too. I always carry them with me, which is kind of funny. Because if you remember from my previous video, my 7 for All Mankind has 7 Deadly Sins fabric in it, which is two-tone, which breathes a lot better than these. These are just my day-to-day molecule handkerchiefs actually. So, but yeah, that's about it. But no, then back into the baker. I just forgot to document my molecules. But that's about it. Oh yeah, still have no pores. And there we go. My diamond resist is so much more prominent now that it's summer. I'm not sweating. It's not hot in here. But there we go. See, no pores. And my skin is starting to reflect light a lot more now that it's summer. As you can tell, it goes all the way up. Yeah, that's from being tortured by Long Beach PD over the past 10 years. One of them swiped me with one of their knives. And these are, they apparently thought I had gold ingots or gold fucking stuffed in my arms. So they cut my arms open, which was ridiculous. They did on more one occasion. From here, like all the way down there to my elbow, they actually cut into one of my cherry blossoms, as you can tell. But yeah, did it to that arm, and they did it to this arm simultaneously too. They realized how strong I was, so they were trying to cut my ligaments. That's why one of my defense companies had to make artificial ligaments and remodify my hand so I could have full range of motion again. But yeah, but beyond that, just a bunch of nanotech and a bunch of Autoligs, which are connected to my TENS and my stents. Having to do a Long Beach cut, yeah. I'll clean tomorrow. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.